All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Haron, for that introduction. I appreciate. And hi, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you for finding time to be here with us. I want to believe, as Haron has said, you'll find it worthwhile and very rewarding. We'll be together for less than an hour, but I can assure you it will go into records years to come, that you paved way not only for your own success, but also success of others who will be following you. So, yes, my name is Kariuki Josphat. I'm married to Piaros Cherotich. Between us, we are blessed with 4 young children. Before this opportunity, I was a full-time lecturer in the university, and my wife was a high school teacher, science, in that case, physics and mathematics. So we've been around in this opportunity for the last 12 years, and I am super excited to not only present what we've invited you here for, but also to share my success story. And I want to trust that you will be able to identify with me, because life wasn't as it is now. You know, there is a way you can change your life and you move from where you are now to where you have always dreamt of being. That is my success story that perhaps I'll be sharing as we move on. And towards the end, we'll be inviting a very, very important and powerful speaker all the way from Uganda. And you will literally be moved into a whole new level. But then that will come towards the end. So without much ado, let me take us through the presentation. And I want to share my screen so that we'll move quite fast. So in a minute, I'll be sharing my screen. And there we go. So what is our mission? By the way, we are called the Superstars team, the International Superstars team. We have presence in quite a number of countries, as you've been told. And our mission is to train and equip entrepreneurs to help you to maximize on your potential. And therefore earn extra income and achieve financial freedom as we move on. So we'll be talking of health as your greatest wealth. We don't want to make all the money and then we spend all that money into hospitals looking for health. And if you want to have perfect health, then the World Health Organization has a very good guideline on how to do that. They recommend this wellness triangle. So you first do exercises and you manage your weight at the bottom there. Then you do whole grains. Don't eat things that are refined. Eat whole grains to feed yourselves. Take 5 to 9 different current fruits and also vegetables. Reduce on proteins as we go up. Reduce completely or avoid fats and sugars. And should you follow this recommendation by World Health Organization, then even in advanced years, your health will still be perfect and you'll be youthful. But you might agree with me that ordinarily we do the opposite. I don't know how many of us can identify with what this lady is eating. We eat in the universe, inverted triangle, lots of fats and sugars, lots of proteins, little of fruits and vegetables. And whole grains we don't like. There's no space for even weight management. I mean, doing exercise. What is the result of that? All these chronic diseases. But we are saying it is time to reverse the triangle. And the solution we'll be offering comes from a company we partner with. So as Superstars team, we don't manufacture our own products, but we source them from Neolife International. They provide us with high quality products. Remember, for your health to be perfect, then it means we need to fill in the dietary gaps that we have identified above. So Neolife is a company that was started 64 years ago in California, US in 1958 by Jerry Brasfield. Then he was a young man suffering from asthma. Today he's in his 80s and very youthful. Then it came to Africa through South Africa 1971, in Kenya 1996. Of course, we have many other countries represented here. And to me, it came in 2010. To you, it has come today. It has spread in over 56 countries, with 7 countries currently. And one would wonder, how can a company stand for all these years when companies collapse in their first 5 years of being started? Because of our strong values. Follow this with me. Absolute honesty and integrity. What we say is what we do. People are number one. We value people. Products that work. Now, on the right-hand side, you can see we have a scientific advisory board. These are top scientists who research on these products to make sure that they are based in nature, backed by science, and therefore they work. Think of the late Dr. Arthur First, who is the founder of the Neolife Scientific Advisory Board, and he was the founder of cancer chemotherapy. So we are talking of that kind of level of science which is used to do manufacture the products. Then equal opportunity for all, whether very highly educated or not, aged or young. And then long-range vision. It's something you start today, but it will be alive even long after we are gone. So look at the solution. Now, where we didn't do whole grains, now we have TNN to fill in the dietary gaps, to feed ourselves. You are as healthy as yourselves. Then for fruits and vegetables, we have carotenoid complex, which boosts your immunity by that 7% in only 20 days. Then we have omega-3 salmon plus that gives you the right proteins with good cholesterol, not bad cholesterol. And also burns, the bad cholesterol. And then we have multi, minerals and vitamins. Now the 4 are packaged in the sachet you can see above there. And then the Provitality box here has 30 such sachets as above. So it takes you for a whole month. And men, by the end of the whole 1 month, you'll be feeling you are totally a new creature. Then for the young ones and the very elderly who cannot take capsules or the products in form of capsules, then you have Liquivite there, which is the equivalent. So once you've taken the Provitality, your triangle is now the right side up, and you can think of perhaps now building wealth when you are healthy. But then it's not only Provitality that the company manufactures. We also have weight management program. Things to do with the Neolife tea that burns your fats, Neolife shake that helps you to have muscle weight than fat weight, and so on and so forth. Think of all these other categories, humble alternatives. Now, there are many in this category, but I want to just point your attention towards feminine humble, which is for ladies, to fine-tune your hormones so that you will not get issues like cervical cancer and others. Some ladies are not able to conceive because of hormonal imbalance. So feminine herbal normalizes your hormones. For us men, there is masculine herbal that will also regulate your hormones so that you don't get prostate challenges, and you also remain a man in the real sense. There are many others there. Then we go to home care. In every house, we have detergents that people use. Unfortunately, most of them are chemicals. But we are running away from chemicals so that we use everything organic. Think of LDC that you shower with, you wash utensils with, vegetables with, and so on and so forth. Yet it is 100% organic. Things like Super 10 for removing stains and many others. Then we go to skin care. Your skin is your largest organ. We have age-defying skin care products that will help you to look younger for longer. Who would want to look younger for longer? Everyone would want. And they are organic. Then we go to children program. We have so many products that will help your children, those who are parents, to grow with perfect health, boost their immunity, so they don't contract these opportunistic diseases. And then finally, we have farm care products. Many countries are agricultural. and you want to boost your yields. Now, this is organic farming inputs. We call it supergroup. It will boost your yields 3 times, literally 3 times. Ask University of Nairobi. They did a research and they realized that it will increase your yields by 167%. And you can use it in all crops. And the crops are able to retain water for long. So even dry seasons don't really affect your crops per se. So we can talk about so many products, but then the summary is that when you use our healthcare products, you feel better. When you combine that with skincare products, you look better. And when you use our organic detergents, that is home care, you live better in a natural environment. So that's the summary about our products. And now we can go to the wealth aspect. And this is what I really love. This is what brought me on board, financial and lifestyle success. You see, a couple of years, more than a decade ago, as an employee and as a scholar teaching the university, my wife as a high school teacher, we were living a very limited life in terms of finances. We could work the whole month, but then the income would get finished before the month is over. So we were lagging behind our bills, struggling to pay house rent, school fees, all these expenses. And it was hurting that we were like vessels of just paying bills. We are paid on one hand, we pay the bills, we are left with nothing. Yet our dreams were very big. So when the opportunity came in, we grabbed it at once. And especially because we also wanted time freedom so that we will not be away from our young children. And thanks to God that this opportunity helped us to achieve exactly that. But let me take us through. Do you have dreams? And some of these dreams that I've written here, they are the common ones. You want to earn extra income. Expenses are always shooting up. The only way to really fit in today's economy is to increase your income. Expenses might never come down. So earning extra income is one of the dreams you might have. Driving a good car, a machine is another dream that people have. Traveling around the world for lifestyle, to enjoy yourself. You don't want to go through life without living. It will be sad for you at the deathbed to realize that you had all the chance to live, but you never lived. And then some want to live in beautiful homes, especially ladies, beautiful homes. But then ask yourself, by doing what you are doing today, ladies and gentlemen, will you be able to achieve your wildest dreams? And the answer is likely to be no. So this cash flow quadrant challenges us to fix ourselves in a quadrant where we are able to achieve our dreams. Now, some people are employees. Left-hand side, we have E. They depend on employer. Will employer ever pay you enough money to set you financially free? No. Others are self-employed. Small businesses that tie them and increase the stress levels. And without you being there, the business cannot survive. That's a small business. But on the right-hand side, good news. We have big business builders, people who start businesses that are scalable. They can keep growing and growing and growing. And you get to a level of being an investor. Oh my. There is this saying that I love most, that when you're an investor, you don't work for money. Money works for you. Isn't that a good place to be? So how do we move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? This is what I was shown 12 years ago, and I want to share it with us. Now, partner with the company Neolife, and then the Superstars team will be giving you the best strategies to build your business. So we provide you with the things to do with the importation of the products, distribution of the products, online platforms through which you can build your international businesses, and so on and so forth. And to partner with the company, you pay a one-time fee of 9,280 Kenya shillings. And this comes back to you in the form of a kit, that contains international license. You can build your business in more than 50 countries, 57 countries currently. You are provided with literature materials that will help you to build your business and understand the products more and the compensation plan and all that. You are also given, now this is wonderful, you are given the Provitality Pack, which would be worth 6,370. So you can see the 92.80 shillings you paid is literally coming back to you. And every product is assigned points. So when we are talking of payment, we'll be converting points into bonus. Underline that, because it will form the basis of understanding how incomes are generated in this opportunity, how you gain residual income. So you're also given your own website and free delivery of the kit anywhere in the country. So let's look at how it works. Now you've partnered with the company. What are your daily success habits? Number one, the things you do. Change your shopping behavior and habits. Don't go buying things where you are used to, buying chemicals. Now start shopping from your near life shop. Remember, you have partnered with the company, they have not employed you. Now, anytime you buy anything, you get points. Every product is assigned points. Then number two, you share two things. One, share the products. There are so many people who need these products, but they might not necessarily be interested with financial freedom. So they might not even build their business. Well, we respect that. But health is something that every human being wants. So you share the products with them and you get two benefits. One, you get points, and two, you get profits. Mind you, every time you're buying products as a partner, you are given 25% discount. So if they are for your own use, you have that discount. If they are for other people, then you make that 25% as your profit. But number 2B is the main thing. Share the opportunity. Introduce other friends who care, who want to achieve their dreams. Introduce them into this great opportunity, into this great team of superstars. And as they build their business, that becomes a very great source of your income also. Okay, so basically that is what we are saying there. And when you share the opportunity with others, you get points. Now, the other thing that you'll be doing is to train so that you can be able to get skills and personal development. Let me conclude by showing you the structure now as you share the opportunity, how it all works together. You've partnered with the company and the Superstars team, and in addition to the Provitality box that you got, which is at the 6 points, you buy a few other products of your choice, and you are at 250 points. This is where you start earning bonuses. Now, as with the 250 points, you are called a manager, and you start small. Every real and big opportunity or business starts small as you build it into a great opportunity, into a great business. So you're earning 500 to 2,500 shillings. I remember my very first bonus was within this bracket, and it really excited me to see, oh, so it's true they pay. But now look at this. Share with 4 friends, Tom, Mary, Joe, and Peter, and they do what you did, each 250 points. Now, if that happens, then you are called a senior manager. As long as your points are more than 1,000 points, you're a senior manager earning between 2,500 to 20,000 Kenya shillings per month. Now, this is on part-time basis. Should the points grow to 2,000 points, because you are still networking, you are still introducing other people, you are touching other people's lives, and the people you brought, they are bringing their friends. You are building an organization. So points will keep growing. At 2,000 points, you are called an executive manager, earning 20,000 to 50,000. Is that some good amount of money on part-time basis? Oh, yes. But now when you have developed the 4 to become senior managers, you are called a director. You have 4,000 points in a month. As a director, you earn 50,000 to 90,000 Kenya shillings every single month. And that's not the only thing you get. You get a recognition pin of a director, We celebrate you in the biggest way possible. We'll be having a very big function at KICC on 14th of May, and our directors will be recognized very highly in that event. And in addition to that, you get some hefty cash incentives, lifestyle invitation. We take you to a 5-star hotel like Oresureni, Movenpick here in Westlands. In different countries, we take you to the best hotels. Then you attend leadership school, director folder you get, world-class recognition, and so on and so forth. So in a nutshell, this is the round that you go through. We've gone up to director. But in the event where now you help one person to become a director like you, I love those ones. You help another person to become a director like you, and you are called a software director, earning 100,000 Kenya shillings, that's $1,000 plus. And you start traveling the world. In the month of May, again, we'll be flying to Czech Republic with the software directors and above. With the 3 directors, you are called a Ruby director, earning over 200,000 Kenya shillings. And when you have 6 directors, then you are called a president team member, earning over $500,000 per month, every single month. Now, I'm so excited that in 2010, I was shown this kind of an opportunity, and I started as a distributor down there. And I was able to go all the way up to the top president team member in less than 3 years. Dreamers in the house. Think about it. In less than 3 years, you're earning more than $500,000. You've drastically changed your life. I remember when I started, yes, I told you my first bonus was 2,002 Kenya shillings. Let me stop sharing so that I can be able to share this with us as we invite our guest speaker in a few seconds. So I started with 2,002 Kenya shillings as our first bonus. The second one grew to 5,252. I want you to see the trajectory. The third one, 22,406 rather. But by the 7th month, we were software directors earning over 60,000. Then we were taken to win some golf and country club. And that changed our thinking completely. 1 year's time, we were already earning 6-figure income. By 7th month, my wife had already resigned from the TSC. And so now she had time with our children. Now, 1 year down the line, we were earning 100,000 plus, but I was still teaching in the university. We started driving ourselves. By the end of the our first 2 years, we were earning over 218,000. What can that do for you on part-time basis? I'm still teaching the university and I'm here getting more than what the university is paying me. So we found ourselves now building our own home here in Nairobi. We stopped paying rent. Hello, I hope that someone here is tired of paying rent. And so this is the way to go. And 2 years, 11 months, we were president team members earning over 762,000. I don't want to go beyond that, guys. Today we have been able, I resigned, by the way, after being here for 5 years. I fired my boss. And so my wife, Pieros, and I, we have both financial freedom and time freedom. We are able to take our children to school, bring them back, do homework together, and life becomes very, very exciting. So that is what we are calling you here to achieve. Driving our machines today, and so on and so forth. And there is a lot of lifestyle. I don't want to come back after our guest speaker speaks to us. So let me just show you the kind of lifestyle we are talking about. Of course, that is where we were before this opportunity and where we are because of this opportunity, and where I was paying rent, and where I am living now, where my wife was brought up in that grass-thatched house, at the house that we were able to build our in-laws. By the way, our parents are both driving themselves, living in very good homes and all that. And you are joining the best team, as I've told you, Superstars team. You can see that you are being awarded #1 by the founder of the company. And then lifestyle and travel, oh, it just starts locally. You become a director, you enjoy this kind of life, as you can see there. We take you to Windsor Golf and Country Club. We take you to South Africa when you become a Ruby director in a gold coated hotel, Santon Sun Hotel. That was in Zambia, Victoria Falls, and we were really excited. Then we went to Dubai, Grand Hyatt, one of the best hotels in Dubai. We went to climb to the top of the tallest building in the world, Atlantis, the Palm, you know. Then we went to Dubai, it's an island in Indian Ocean. So traveling and traveling and traveling, paying nothing. The company gives you this as an incentive for great job done. Then we went to Cape Town. You can see our team there. All these are superstars team. We went to Abu Dhabi again. That's welcoming dinner at Abu Dhabi Golf Club. Then we went to Ferrari World, Yas Water World. You know, the finest places where you enjoy life most. Seeing the biggest mosque in the world, being treated in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Palace. This is the life that awaits all of us. We went to Mauritius again, young and old. And we went to Mexico, Los Cabos, celebrating 60 years then. All these are president team members, and it tells you then that it is possible. We went to Abu Dhabi again, this time even with our parents and our leaders like Florence Okech there, Lydia Mwesa. And whenever you are coming back, you are given some token of appreciation. So what an opportunity. Now in May, we are headed to Czech Republic, and it all starts with one step. Paying the very little amount, 92.80, for all what we said, your license and literature and products and all that. And you pay directly to the company. So write that pay bill number, 985650. And then your account number, you put national ID, your national ID. And that marks a new beginning for your life. Do not procrastinate. Start now, and your life will never be the same again. It's my pleasure now to welcome a gentleman that we truly love. This is one of the gentlemen I love listening to personally. And every time I'm listening to him, his success story just uplifts me to a whole new level. I love this man. He's one of the most successful guys in Africa that we have. I don't want to preempt his story. This is none other than Engineer Jesse. If you can hear me, please take it over.
Thank you so much, Josphat. Can you hear me right?
Very well.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here, and I was listening in, enjoying the story and just enjoying what you're sharing, because it reminds me of the day I was also invited, just like any guest on the call today. As already mentioned, my name is Jesse Ainebyoona. I come from Uganda. Professionally, I trained as a mechanical engineer. I'm married, my wife is called Diana, and together we have been blessed with 2 girls. One is called Ruby, she's 5 years old, and the second one is called Mariah, she's 2.5 years old. At the time when I was invited, you know, many times, the way you look at this business depends on which situation you are in. If today you are employed and you look at this business and you're earning good money, it might not seem big to you. However, if you are at the point when you are thinking about leaving your job and you look at this opportunity, you look at it in a different way. For me, when I was invited, it so happened that it is at a time when I had just started the university. I was doing mechanical engineering. And in a sense, I was sitting on a fence because partly my dream had come to pass. What was my dream? My dream, back in high school in Uganda, we have what we call government sponsorship scheme, where you work so hard at high school, what we call A-level or HSC, and then if you pass with good grades, you can get a government scholarship. So here I had got a government scholarship, but I was doing a course that I was not very passionate about. I was doing mechanical engineering. And it's not really that I wanted to be a mechanical engineer, it is just that it was offered to me on government sponsorship. So here I'm a student, I don't have money challenges because the government is the one paying my tuition. And then a friend sends a message, and the message is saying, come and see a way you can make some additional income. I'm thinking, really? Okay, let me go and I have a look. So I went, I looked at I attended the meeting. They were talking about products. And at the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, how will I be able to sell these products? Can I even talk to people? Later on, they invited some people who shared their stories. And at the back of my mind, two things came through my mind. Number one, I told myself, if those people have done it, I can also do it. And the second thing I told myself was, you will never know if you can do it until you try. You know, plus, I have often read that at the end of one's life, when they look back in life, the things they regret more of the things they didn't do than the things they did. So I said, let me just give it a try. I went, looked for that money, and I decided to get started in the business. Now, when I got started in the business, I want to emphasize this point because I think it's important for our guests. This business works, but it works if you work it. For me, I knew I join the business, I get products, I go and I look for customers. So 1 month passed, another month passed, the third month passed. No, I was in the business, but I was not seeing benefit in it. It is in the fourth month that the person who invited me called me and asked me, just say, how's the business? And of course, I didn't have much to say. Then he asked me, what products are you using? And I was not using any products because for me as a young person, when I was 19, I didn't have health challenges. I didn't see myself swallowing supplements. I thought they are for sick people. So I went and I looked for cleaning products. And when I began to use those products together with a skincare product, I will never forget how I felt. I got so excited. My belief levels went up. I went and I began to talk to everybody I would meet. I remember I was in a class one day and I asked one of my students if I would show you a business that you can do part-time and make some additional income. Would you be interested? He said, yes. I showed him the business and he got on board. We began to work the business. And I remember that month I earned a small check of 500 Kenya shillings. Now, for me, that was just the beginning. 2 months later, I became a senior manager. And then while I was in my second year at the university, I became a director. And I remember the equivalent of that in Kenya shillings, I was earning about 50,000 Kenya shillings as a director in my second year. And let me tell you, my confidence that I had lost began to come back. In fact, I still remember, I like to give this joke that even if they asked a question that what is applied thermodynamics, one of the things we used to do in mechanical engineering, I would just put up my hand because I knew even if the answer is wrong, the money will still come. I was really excited about the business. I continued to grow it by the time I was in third year. I remember at one point I earned a commission 1 month of about 200,000 Kenya shillings. And let me tell you here, I don't know about Kenya, but I think it is the same case as Uganda. There are so many students that leave the university and they don't know what is going to happen to them. At the time I left the university, I was earning a full-time income. I was so confident. And I knew that even if I get a job, I would not do that job for money. I would just do it for the sake of using my profession because this business was paying me more income than a full-time job would ever pay. So the money is there and you can make it. Out of that money, my wife and I have been able to buy a plot of land that we are going to begin to develop all out of this business. I remember it was in my third year that I bought myself my first car. I was still a student. I was residing on campus. And here I was. I had saved enough money to buy myself a car. How many students can do that? This business was able to help me to achieve that. The other thing I will tell you that I really enjoyed was this. Sometime when I was on campus, when I was at the university, I had a friend who got a scholarship to go to Japan. Okay. So I decided to escort him to the airport. Now, the last time I had ever been to the airport was a Christmas day when my dad took us out on Christmas Day and he happened to take us to the airport to see how airplanes fly. Unfortunately, that day there were no airplanes flying. So that's how we didn't get to see how an airplane flies. So this time I said, I'm going to see how he will get on a plane and then see how a plane takes off. So I went and I waited for him to check in. And after checking in, I waited until I saw him boarding a plane and the plane coming out of the parking, getting onto the runway, speeding off on the runway, and then getting into the air. My goodness, you should have seen me. I came back from that airport with my head in my hands, asking myself, is it possible for me to also travel? Where will I go? To see who? To do what? And who would pay? All those questions were in my mind. I want to tell you, I remember the time the company was celebrating 50-year anniversary, and they put in place an incentive. And they said, if you build your business to this magnitude, you'll have an opportunity to travel. I managed to work so hard and get that incentive. And I was on a plane for the first time in my life on an Emirates aircraft headed to London via Dubai. Wow, I will never forget, because that was my first trip in air. That was my first trip on an aeroplane, and it was a dream come true. I went to London and we spent there 2.5 weeks. We came back the following year, we flew to Durban, South Africa. Another time I had an opportunity to fly to Tanzania, and this time I flew business class. You know, who does that? Then I remember at a certain point, this time I was not yet married, so the company said, put in your partner so that we can take both of you to South Africa for an orientation program. And that was the time I put my mother on my business as my partner, and she got an opportunity to travel by air for the first time in her life. To this day, she still talks about that trip. I have had a chance to tour the world, to travel the world, to see the world at a glance. You know, Josphat was sharing with us those pictures, and I could just imagine, because that is what I felt when I had just started the business. But today that dream has come to pass. I remember the time I went to Victoria Falls, that trip that you showed there, and I had an opportunity to do the bungee jumping, all because of this amazing opportunity. This business has done so many things in our lives. It has given us good health as a family. Our 2 daughters are using the products. And one of the things that even whenever we visit doctors, they wonder, what do you give to these children? Because they never fall sick, they're always healthy. So these products really work. Myself, I've used them. I used to have a challenge with so many colds and flu, but out of these products, vitamin C and zinc, I no longer have those challenges. Even when I get it, it's for a very short time. Another thing that I have really enjoyed out of this business is the opportunity of being my own boss. I always say that you will never know what it means until you have a boss. You will never know what it means to be your own boss until you have a boss. I remember at some point, long after I finished university, I was growing this business. I desired to do something with my profession. Okay, so I picked up my transcript from the university, and then I applied for a job as a sales engineer. Okay. Now, as a sales engineer, all I was doing is I was selling engineering equipment, but that was the first time ever I was getting a corporate job. And it is while there that I came to appreciate this business even more, because while I was working full-time on the job and doing this business part-time, it was still paying me more part-time than my full-time job. But the winner was this. I saw people, 2 things happen. Number one, I saw someone who was employed by the organization for over 30 years. And one day we came to work and they told us they had restructured and the gentleman had lost his job. I said, what? I didn't know that that is what can happen. I had heard about these things, but I did not know that it can happen to anybody. The other thing that I remember is people used to complain. They used to complain about the job, about their bosses, about the work. But you know, the following day, they would always come back to work. And it made me realize that many times we feel like we are imprisoned, because you complain about something, but still the following day you have to go back to work. This business has given me the freedom of doing something that I love to do when I want to do it with the people I want to do it with. When I wake up in the morning, it is crazy jam in Kampala. I never have to leave my house at 6 a.m. I wait until the jam has cleared, and then I can drive out at about 9 a.m. No job will give you the freedom to do that. No job will give you the freedom to do that. I remember when my wife was expecting, I was able to go with her on all the antenatal visits. Why? Because I had the freedom of my time. So I would schedule my appointments and make sure time for the antenatal, I am available. I love to do that. Today our children are schooling from home because my wife is able to work from home. And so we have the opportunity to homeschool our children. We have had an opportunity to see them grow and see them take their first steps, all because of the freedom of being our own bosses. Just doing something that you love to do. Perhaps the biggest and the most important thing is what I will end with. For me as Jesse, one of the biggest things that this business has done for me that I will forever be grateful for is what I would call personal development. Let me tell you something about myself. I remember back in the day, this would be about maybe in 2002. I was still in junior school. One of my friends looked at me and then he said, Jesse, I said, yes. He said, Jesse, you're clumsy. Now, I didn't know what he meant. Okay, so later on, I got the dictionary and I began to read what clumsy meant. My goodness, what I found, I could not believe that was my description. I'm someone who was so mediocre. I never used to believe in myself. I used to see people doing the things that they are good at, and I always asked myself, God, what can I do that I would be the best in the world at? And I would tell you one day, in fact, I remember one time we were in engineering school and we were doing practicals. So there was this exercise of welding. So there was an exercise where we had to get two metals and stick them together. And whenever I would try to do that, the light would pass on my eyes. So I would not do it. Someone looked at me from a distance and saw me fidgeting. And then he said, young man, let me help you. So he got it with so much ease and he just stuck it together. As he did that, in my heart, I said, God, I pray that one day I will find something that I can do like this man does this thing that I will enjoy. Little did I know, the right opportunity had come my way. Out of this business, I have developed my ability to communicate as a leader. Out of this business, I have stood before audiences in different parts of the world. Out of this business, I am able to inspire and motivate people because I believe there is greatness in each of us. I belong to an international organization that recently gave me recognition for outstanding excellence in speaking, communication, and leadership. I cannot believe that the Jesse who was described as clumsy is the one today who is an internationally sought after inspirational speaker. For me, that is one of the greatest things that this business has done for me. One of the best things that you can do to anybody is not to give him riches, but to reveal to him the riches that lie within him. That is what this business has done for me. I know so many people that have got lots of potential, but that potential is slowly dying on a job. This business will help to bring out the winner that lives inside you. The superstar that is trapped on the inside, this business was able to release that person. I want to invite all the guests who are here. I don't know what state you are in. Maybe you are looking for an opportunity. Maybe you are looking for a way to make some additional income. Maybe you just want to live your dream. I want to tell you that I have come to see my dreams come true. Back in the day, I put together a dream chart. They told me, put your dreams in pictures. And whenever I look at that dream chart, 60% of those things on the vision board have been accomplished, all because of this business. If you asked me many years ago, what do you want to be in the future? I don't think I would have said I want to be where I am now because I didn't know that an opportunity would come my way. But you see, life is a series of opportunities. And many times the life that we are living today is a total sum of the choices that we have made in the past. Because of the choice that I made, today I am a different person. I want to invite you, if you have been invited on this call, and maybe you're thinking, this could be something I want to do. This business works, but it works when you work it. Like it had challenged me in the first 5 months because I was not doing it right. When I got the right code, I began to do it. If you are a guest, look no further. Come on board. There is mentorship, there is guidance, there is training, there is coaching. People are going to hold your hand and walk you to freedom because this business can be done by anybody. And if you are a distributor, you are already in the right place. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. Take massive action. Talk to people. Share this business with other people because our business is built on one principle, that by empowering others, we achieve our dreams. The more people you help, the more successful you become. I will never forget, there is a young man I met at the university. We were in the bathroom. And for me, I had gone crazy. I would share this business anywhere with everyone. So in the bathroom, as we were washing our hands, I asked him a question. I asked him, young man, if you would say a business that you can do part-time as a student, would you be open to have a look? He said, yes. He came on board. And then I remember when it was time for him to fill the form, I noticed that he was struggling to write. So he told me, just help me to fill the form. I said, no, it's your business, fill it. He said, I cannot write well. It is then that I discovered that this gentleman, this young man had an impairment. Now I got him started in the business and I began to mentor him. I began to coach him. He grew his business to Emerald Director. And because he became such a passionate speaker, the government of Sweden and Britain invited him to meet the Queen and share his story. Can you imagine what this business can do? That is what we mean by helping others. For me, I have seen so many businesses. I have seen so many opportunities, but I consider this the ultimate opportunity, because this is a business where people are vying for you. People want you to succeed, because we cannot succeed without your success. All we are here for is to empower you, because by enriching others, that's how you enrich yourself. So come on board. Let's grow the business. And I want to invite you to make a decision today. Make a decision. Even if you don't have the money, make a decision. They say where there is a will, there is a way. The moment your mind is made up, the money will come. I didn't have the money. Someone loaned me the money, but I couldn't have found the person to loan me the money if I had not made a decision. Don't care about the money. Make up your mind and say, I am going to do it. And if you make up your mind, you will do it. Whatever you set your heart upon, that will come to pass. So I want to wish you all the best, even more success than I have had in this business, because I know that the future is bright. The future is bright. All these trips that we have had in the past, you will have, and even better ones. This year we are going to Prague. Next year we are going to, I don't know where, but whenever you come on board, we shall go with you. And I believe that with you, your future will be bigger, your future will be brighter. I want to tell you one last thing as I finish, that even when you choose not to choose, you have still chosen. Make the right choices, because your choices will define your future. Back to you, Josphat.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Jesse. Nothing to add on to what you have shared with us. We appreciate. I believe Jesse has sown seeds in someone's heart and mind that will germinate. And years to come, you'll live to remember this day, 5th of March, 2022. And that is when you made that decision. Thank you so much, Jesse, for that wonderful session there. And to our guests, now turn to the person who invited you. Make a call if you're not physically together and ask them one question. How do I start now? No procrastination. We've not yet done it. You'll come and do it in a bigger way, as Jesse has assured us. Thank you so much for being around here. God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and welcome to the Superstars team, where we will help you to maximize on your potential. Thank you so much. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye.